Good morning, everybody. As usual, I gotta move a couple things, right? Let's see. Today, what are we doing? We are doing quads and hamstrings. And I'm gonna turn this just slightly because you can't even see my mat. Over here. All right, now we can see a little bit better. I'll tell you what you need here. Logged on, you can see some of what you need. You're gonna need a chair, kind of a lot of equipment today, but it'll be worth it. Chair, a large exercise ball, and then a whole bunch of weights. I want you to have, we're doing hamstrings, so that's one that you can go pretty heavy. So make sure you've got a really heavy set of weights. And then I want you to have something a little bit lighter too. I have 3 sets today for me. I have 10s, 15s, and 25s. Then I'm using my really heavy 30-pound dumbbells right here to anchor my glute band for a few sets coming up as well. So if you have something heavy to anchor your glute bands with, drag that out. If you don't worry, I'll show you how to modify these moves so you don't need it. I'll repeat that again one more time before we get started, but start gathering your equipment. Make sure you've got a mat. If you like to listen to music while you work out, I suggest you get that stuff set up as well. And once you have all that set up, if you have a chance, say hello, let me know that you're here. And then we'll be getting started here shortly. Make sure I have my water and everything I need as well. Okay, one last time before we get going. You need a chair. You need a large exercise ball. You need some glute bands and you need some weights. Also, I've been liking this setup to attach my glute bands to for some moves. And I've got it set up this way again today. I've got 30-pound dumbbells stacked right here so I can attach my glute bands to it for a few moves. If you do not have a heavy enough something to attach your glute bands, don't worry. I'll show you how to do everything we're gonna do today without. All right, Lacey, good morning. Courtney, Tessa, welcome, welcome. Quads and hamstrings, you ready for it? All right, here's how we are gonna start. You're gonna grab your chair. Your chair is just going to be used to stand, so you can hold on to the back or whatnot. Then you're gonna take your lighter weights. They are going to elevate your heels, okay? So see how my heels are up? Now I want you to give yourself a little bit of a test. See if you're in the right place with your chair placement and your weights, because you're gonna come down into a squat, and I want your weight forward because we're gonna hit those quads, all right? So hold on to your chair. Come on down into the squat. You're leaning slightly forward. Your heels are raised, so your weight's gonna be even more forward, all right? Now, we're just gonna go down and up. I want you to stay low, okay? And I want you to get your butt down so you're not bringing your chest or your head down towards your chair. This is just to steady you, okay? You're bringing your butt down next to your heels, okay? Most of your weight should be forward. We're gonna warm up those quads. You'll feel it in your hamstrings too. Quads and hamstrings. I want you to stay down pretty dang low. You should be getting uncomfortable in your quads early on, like already. We're gonna do 12 more. Stay as low as you can. 12, 11, 10, and 9. Woo! 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. Bring it all the way up. I'm gonna have you turn and face forward, but you're gonna use your dumbbells again. We're gonna put our Toes facing out, heels facing in, and your heels are elevated on your dumbbells, okay? So get in that position. Every once in a while, I have like a weird pop-up on my screen. Gotta get rid of it. I like to place my dumbbells at a point like that, okay? So they're coming together at the front. Toes are out, heels are up. You're still gonna be using your chair, okay? Tuck your hips up and under. We're gonna come down into like a little plie, diamond squat kind of deal. Knees out, hips tucked. Same thing, I want you to stay low, go straight down. So you're gonna go down and up. Just like that. Just like you were a tin can, somebody was crunching you down. Keep those hips tucked under. Quads is what we're working right here at the beginning. Getting those guys, you don't have to hold on to your chair. It's there for balance because I have you in this crazy weird position to overload those quads. You're gonna do 10. The lower you stay, the harder this is, okay? 9, so you get to choose that. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2. Now we're gonna hold it down, okay? Chest up, butt down, tuck your hips as hard as you can in. Little teeny pulses. So you're kind of clenching those cheeks, tucking your hips up and under. If you're not feeling this in your quads like fire, sink down even lower, okay? You've got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna hold it down. All right, keep those hips tucked. You should be burning in your quads. If you're not, get lower, okay? I've got my hips tucked up and under. You're just gonna take your hips neutral, tuck, neutral, tuck, neutral, tuck. You have 10, this is the final set. Take it an inch lower. 10, 9, 8, oh my goodness, I'm shaking like a leaf. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 1, and I'm standing straight up. Shake it out. Great job. All right, I'm just gonna set my chair out of the way just for a second. And we're going to do a stiff-legged deadlift. We can't do hamstrings without that, all right? So grab a weight. It doesn't have to be your max. We haven't warmed up those hamstrings yet, so I'm just gonna start with a set of 15s, okay? Shoulders back. And we're gonna get started because you guys know this move all too well. I want you to take it slow. This first set is just designed to get those hamstrings warm and loose. So take your time, feel the stretch, thrust those hips forward, use your hamstrings. I was good and sore after our first 2 workouts this week. Sore in the upper body from Tuesday, sore in the lower body from Monday. So we got to keep moving. See how we're feeling soreness-wise tomorrow. Give you 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. All right, set those lighter weights down. Now, we're gonna take it to a one-legged, stiff-legged deadlift. I've shown you a million versions of this. This one, we're just gonna do with our right leg forward, okay? Left leg, just get it out of the way, kind of come up on your toe. We're gonna do this version, all right? I want you to go heavy. I'm gonna do about 12 to 15 reps. I think you can do that even going heavy. So I'm gonna grab 25s. I'm gonna start, we will all start with our right leg forward, okay? You just need your weight out of your left leg. Shoulders back, here we go. I want you going heavy, so pay attention to what you're doing, nice and controlled. We're doing 12 more. We're gonna take our time and do it right. 12. 11. 10. And 9. 8. 7. And 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. We got one more. And 1. All right, I'm setting my heavy weights down just for a second. Catch your breath. I'll do the same. And we're just gonna go right on over to the other side, okay? So that's what the one-legged, stiff-legged deadlift feels like with the weight you've got. Do you have the right weight? Do you need to change? You should be maxed out, you should be feeling it, you should be shaky by the last few repetitions, okay? Don't worry, we're gonna do a set of these again later on in the workout. So if you go up in weight on one leg, it's fine. Then at least you know where you are for the next time we do it. All right, weights out of the right, let's do it. We're doing 15 total, so you've got 12 more. 12, nice and slow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5. 3, 2, last one. And 1, set those big guys down. We get to go back to our chair, yay, and we're gonna have a seat, okay? Now for this one, I want you to have a lighter weight nearby, so for me that's gonna be a 10, and then you need to have something a little heavier. We're going back to quads. See if I should turn sideways for you a little bit. Okay, first things first, heavier weight. I've got a 15. You're gonna play around with this because we haven't done this one in my class. So this is a leg extension. You're gonna grab hold of your weight, sit way to the back of your chair, grab hold of your weight with your feet. You can hold onto your chair like this, all right? All you're gonna do, just leaving your legs up against your chair, you're gonna straighten and bend, okay? Give it a try with the weight you've got. See if you can get in a position that you can hold that weight. Keep going. You can try it up higher, you can try it down lower. If it's too heavy, get something lighter. Give it a couple tries. We're not gonna do tons of repetitions, okay? So I want you to go pretty heavy, but you do have to be able to hold it. Let's go with 15. I'm gonna be a shaky mess. Focus on the straightening. 13, 12, 11. This is for your quads, and you can feel it when you straighten those legs. 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna set the heavier weight aside, and we're gonna go to one leg. I'm gonna try it with a 10. So here's how this one works. You're gonna place your dumbbell a little bit lighter because we're doing one leg just above your knee. Then for this one, you actually wanna pick your leg up off the floor and sit up nice and straight and tall, okay? Just kind of hold that there. And then you're gonna squeeze your quad. So straighten and squeeze. Now something to pay attention to. Try not to lean back really far. You wanna sit up nice and straight so that the workload is in your quad. When you lean back, and you'll be able to feel this, your core, your abs, and your hip flexors take over. So I know it's hard and shaky and crazy, but try to sit up straight so the workload is in your quad. We're gonna do 12 more. Keep your hamstring off your chair, okay? 12, 11, 10, and 9, 8, 7, 6. You can get rid of the weight altogether if you need to. 5. Oh my gosh. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bend your knee. Lift, lift, lift. Lift that knee up. We're gonna do 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and put it down. All right, catch your breath. Now, it's okay at the end of that. If you're feeling it like crazy in your hip flexor, it's cool. It does that too. Quads, you're gonna get some hip flexor in there as well. Bring it over to the other side. Make sure you've got a weight that's appropriate. You know what it feels like now. Okay, let's see if I can sit up nice and straight. Pick this leg up off my chair and straighten. Here we go. Straighten. Focus on the muscle group that you are working. It's quads. So when you straighten your leg, that's when that muscle flexes. So straighten it as hard as you can. If you cannot maintain this position with your leg up, sitting up straight, if you have to lean back like this because your weight is so heavy, you need a lighter weight. We want quad, okay? All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, 1, put it down. We gotta do that lift. Here we go. Lift, lift, lift. Remember to sit up nice and straight. Keep that weight down by your knee. Lift with the quad. 10 seconds. You ready? Here we go. 10. 7, 6, I said seconds, not reps. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and put that leg down. Great job. All right, we're gonna take just one more second to regroup, and then we're gonna do one more set. My legs are so shaky, it's gonna be hard to hold on to this. We're gonna do one more set of our leg extensions, holding on to our heavy weight. So here is your chance to change weight if you need to. I'm sticking with my 15. Should we try 15 reps? I can't even remember what we did last time. Let's try 15 reps. You're gonna hold on to your dumbbell. This is one you can scoot back and you can leave your legs pressed down against your chair. We're just gonna isolate those quads, okay? You ready? Here we go. Straighten. 15, 14, 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and I'm setting them down. Oh my goodness. Okay, before we move back to hamstrings, I have one more set to do for our quads, and I'm going to use my anchor point, okay? So my anchor point is going to be behind me. That's just a bunch of heavy weights that I'm going to attach my loop bands to, okay? I want you to use a loop band stretch. So this is my lightest loop band, and this is another one that's really light. It's a different brand. But you're gonna combine them together. You guys remember how to do that, right? And then I'm gonna anchor this guy under my heavy weight, so it's not gonna go anywhere, okay? If you do not have an anchor point, that is good. You can loop your band behind your back, the back part of your chair. Like just put it under your chair. You may have to just use one loop, and I'll show you why in just a second, because we are going to do a leg extension. So you're sitting down. You're gonna take your pulley system here and loop it around your foot. Now it may come up a little bit. Don't stress about it, okay? So as you can see here, the farther I move that way, the more tension I'm gonna have. And I wanna be facing pretty much away from the sky, okay? The more tension I'm gonna have. You don't need to totally straighten your leg. So your band doesn't need to come all the way up your leg, right? But scoot that way far enough that when you pick your leg up and you give it a little bit of a straighten, you can feel it in your quad. So I need to go that way a bit more. Now, if you don't have this set up, this loop, you're gonna put on the back of your chair, okay? If nothing that I'm saying will work for you, that's fine too. You're just gonna do another extension, the move we just did, okay? All right, so I'm gonna sit up nice and straight, one leg, okay? Get your loop band in the most comfortable position that you can. It's probably not gonna be too comfortable. You can hold onto your chair, pick your leg up. You're gonna straighten and straighten. Now the idea is to keep tension, all right? So it's a little push with tension on the band. So don't let your heel come back so far that you don't have tension. And you don't need to straighten it so much, keep going while I'm talking, that it slides up your leg. If you don't have enough tension to feel it in your quad, you need to move that way farther, okay? That's the trick to make it tougher. So you're just gonna give me a little straighten. This is where we need tall socks to hold our band. Okay, higher repetitions, keep your leg up off your chair. Be far enough away that you've got crazy tension for that quad. And we're gonna do 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. I'm gonna put my leg down and take this off because I feel like I'm gonna have a bruise. Okay, so I am just gonna kind of arrange myself in my chair. So this guy's gonna be on the back side. Sorry about that, but you guys already saw it from the other angle, so you should be good, right? I'm gonna slip my leg in here, and I'm gonna come forward and give it a little test, like I tell you guys to do, right? Test it out. See if you've got enough tension. I think it's feeling good. I'm gonna pick this leg up and we're gonna get going. You ready? Here we go. Straighten just a bit. Remember, you want to have this leg up off your chair, okay? If you're not feeling it in your quad, go that way more. Try to keep a little more tension and play around with the angle of your body. This is one. You can lean back slightly if you can feel it better. You can lean forward slightly. Get yourself to a position where that quad is working. We're going to do 12 more. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. Set it down, and just for kicks, you guys want to try with both feet in? Let's give it a go. I'm going to set my chair just like that. It doesn't matter if yours is coming around from the side, but let's try just a quick set with both feet. I want you to see how that feels. Again, if you do not have a setup that this works, that's fine. You've just been doing your extensions the way we did them with our one weight in between our feet, okay? All right, final one, a little bit of a test. Sit up nice and straight. Pick your feet up or your legs up off your chair. Get your weight out of your hamstrings, and you're just gonna give me a little straighten. This is gonna feel different. The key to this, again, mess around with the position you are in. Don't stay in the same spot if it's not working. Scoot back in your chair if you need. Scoot forward if it works better. Get to a position that you're getting shaky. You're feeling your quads contract. Getting those legs pretty straight. I'm just gonna do 10 of these. I just want you to see what it feels like with the 2. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Try to keep your weight out of your legs. Keep them lifted up. 3, 2. Last one. And 1. Beautiful job. All right, moving on. Thank you guys for messing around with me with those quad exercises. We'll be feeling it tomorrow, I promise. Some of these exercises that feel a little bit different, a little bit weird, a little bit odd, they feel that way because they are different. And that's what's going to shock our muscles into change. Okay, back to our hamstrings, and we're going all out. So we're going to go back to that one-legged deadlift. Only this time, we're going to raise our toe. You know, that's one of my favorite ways to do deadlifts. Just completely isolates those hamstrings. We're going to go heavy. So I'm going to go back to my 25s. Where are you at today when I say go heavy? You can do whichever leg you want first. We're going to go from one to the other. And my legs are a shaky mess. All right, you ready? Let's go. So that toe is elevated. I am doing, well, if you're mirroring me, you're on your right leg. So your weight is there. And we are going to do 12 more. 11. And 10. This move, it really does matter the weight you choose. You need to be going heavy. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And 1. All right, set those heavy guys down. I'm gonna set them on my chair so I don't have to bend down so far. Catch your breath. We're gonna move on to the other leg. Get a drink if you need. This is the perfect time. Time is flying. All right. You ready to do the other leg? Of course you are. Grab those heavy weights. Set yourself up. And you guys know the drill. Let's go. You don't need any instruction from me on this one. You know how to do it. 12 more. Keep your weight in that one leg. It's kind of hard with your foot elevated, but your weight should be all in that left leg. The one with your toe up. Nine more. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. At some point, so. Okay, move your weight. We're gonna do one more set of heavy deadlifts, just traditional stiff-legged deadlifts before we come down to our mat, because I've got some fun stuff there that we're gonna do. You know, I am gonna push myself this morning. We're just gonna do, regular deadlifts, one final set. I think I'm gonna go up to my 30s. I've got them right here. May as well give it a try, all right? We will do 12 reps. So this is kind of what I would say where you wanna like max out in the workout today. Right here, 12 repetitions, heavy weight. Gotta let my hands, so I can hold on to these guys. Ready? 12. We're gonna get after it, see if I can hold on to my weights this whole time. Ready, let's go. 12. 10. 8. 6. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And 1. All right. We might use these big guys as an anchor point again. So I'm going to put them back down there. You're not going to need your chair anymore. So if you've got a movable one, you can get it out of the way. But we are going to come down to our mat. We're going to be kneeling. So I want you, if you have extra padding, to fold it up, grab a pillow. You just need a little space to kneel. So even if you don't have 2 mats, just roll your mat up so you can kneel on it. Most of you guys are like, I know what we're doing. This is the quad move that I love to hate right here. We're gonna do it with some weight, okay? But I want you to test it out without. You're gonna kneel on your extra padding, and I want you to follow along with me, okay? You're gonna pretend as though you were gonna sit back on your heels. Right before your butt touches your heels, you're gonna tuck your hips up and under. You'll feel the workload in your quads, and you're gonna pick yourself back up. So pretend like you're gonna sit right before you hit, tuck and lift, okay? Now, we're gonna put a weight across our hips. You get to choose, and you can switch in the middle. In my brain, I was saying grab the 10. but I think I can manage a 15, so I'm gonna do the 15. I'm gonna give it a try, okay? But you may see me pick up that guy in just a second. So you just wanna hold the weight against your hips. And we're gonna get going. You ready? Tuck your hips, lift up through the quads, pretend like you're gonna sit, tuck and lift. Sit, tuck and lift. Now keep your chest up, and I want you to take a second and think, okay, we have a heavy weight across our hips. Everyone has different quads. We're gonna do about 12 repetitions. If you're not feeling like your weight is heavy to lift through your quads, you need to grab a bigger one. And I'm gonna do the same. 15, let's go. Sit, tuck and lift. There's 15. If your ankles bother you or your feet, put your mat under those as well, or a pillow or a blanket or whatever. We're gonna do 10 more. Really tuck your hips and lift with your quads. 9, 8, 7, don't lean forward, keep that chest up. If anything, lean back, lift with your quads. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. Set that weight down. If your knees or ankles or anything are bothering you, now is the chance. Get it up, shake it out. Okay? We're gonna do one more set. Now, I do this move a lot without, this is a straightforward set. Your job is to go heavy, okay? So, I'm not doing a bunch of fancy stuff. Your job is to go heavy weight. You can hold 2, whatever. I think I can go heavier than even that 125 that I grabbed. I thought the 15 would be enough, but we're gonna do 15 straightforward reps. Your job is to choose a heavy weight. I think I'm gonna start with both 25s on my lap and see how that feels, okay? No fancy stuff. We're just loading up today, if you can. Again, if it bothers your ankles, put something under your feet behind you, a sweatshirt, a pillow, a towel, shove it down under there. Okay. Oh, we'll see how this treats me, I don't know. Grab your weight. Straightforward reps, here we go. Sit, tuck and lift. Sit, tuck and lift. You want your weights up against your legs, so let them rest on top of your quads. And I'm gonna do 12 more, right here. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, we're on our last one, and 1. Set those heavy weights down, and here's where you're really gonna know if those quads are working. Stand up. Shake it out. Okay, I don't think we have time for the banded move I was gonna do. No, we don't. So we're gonna end with our ball. So I've got too much stuff in my way here. I'm gonna move some of this out of the way. We're gonna grab our large exercise ball. That's where I wanna end today. We will still grab your large exercise ball. Needless to say, if you don't have a large exercise ball, you can use a foam roller to do all this stuff. Most people, it's more common that people have an exercise ball than a foam roller. But if you do not have a large exercise ball, a foam roller will do the trick. My quads are so worked, I am not sure that I'm even going to be able to lift myself up. But we are sure going to try. So we're going to just start with a reverse plank. So I want your ball down by your heels. You put your hands out wide if you need for the extra stability, and you're just gonna lift your hips up. So hamstrings, we're going back to those hamstrings. Keep your toes facing straight ahead. As far as stability, just depending on how stable you feel on your ball, you can plant your elbows, or you can come out here. We are gonna do a hamstring curl. Keep your butt up, okay? Here we go. Squeeze your hamstrings. We don't have any weight right now, so I want you to focus on form and the muscle group at hand, which is hamstrings. So draw your heels in as close to your butt as you can and flex your hamstrings. Flex those hamstrings, squeeze them. We're gonna do 12, 11, 10, and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a rest, especially your ankles, okay? Circle them out. Now, we're gonna do a weighted set. Again, same as me, I don't really know where I'm at with this. So I'm gonna start with a 15. I may go up or down. You can do the same. We're doing the same. We're doing a hamstring curl. We're just gonna put a weight across our hips. If the unweighted set was super challenging for you, or if you couldn't complete it, keep doing the second set with no weight, all right? So I'm gonna try a 15. Not only will this add more weight, but you have to hold on to the weight with your hands. So it also increases the difficulty on your hamstrings, but keep that in, because if you can't stay on the ball, then get rid of the weight. All right, we'll see how this goes. Lift your hips, balance that added weight, and we're going squeeze, squeeze. We've got our 12. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, 1. Set it down. We're going to bring this ball over to the side and get rid of it for just a second. I did not mention this at the beginning of class. You need a wall. If you don't have one near you, that's fine. I'll show you what we're going to do really quickly, and then you can run and find one, because you need something to prop your back up against. So you're just sitting straight up against the wall. If you have to run to a side that you can't see me, I'll show you what we're going to do. You're going to sit up straight with your back flat against the wall. You're going to pick a leg. We're going to lift it straight up, okay? So go find your wall. The closer your butt is to the back wall, so That means the more straight up and down you are, like if you scooch your butt clear, butted up against the wall, it's gonna be much harder for you to lift your leg. If you bring your backside away from the wall, so you're at more of an angle, it's gonna be easier. You need to find the sweet spot. It should be hard to lift your leg, but you should be able to do it, all right? You can put your hands on the ground, sit up nice and straight and tall. Right leg stays down, left leg lifts up. Ready? Here we go. Lift, lift, lift. You'll be able to tell what we're working real quick. If you're not feeling it in your quad, legs straight, sit closer to the wall. Get your butt closer to the wall. All right. Oh my gosh, I can't even straighten my leg all the way. I'm so shaky. Try to keep that leg straight. We're working our quad. You'll feel it in your hip flexor. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, not yet, 4, 3, 2, last one. Here we go. Arch it out, arch it back. Just a little bit, out and back. You've got 10. Keep your leg as straight as you can. 9, 8, 7. Try to let it rest on the ground gingerly. 5, the more control, the better. 4, height. 2, 1, and 1. And we're gonna shake it out. Same thing, other side. You can feel your own body, right? So you're working your quad. You will also feel this in your hip flexor. So position yourself so that quad is on fire. I've told you some changes you can make. Try to keep your leg as straight as you can. The closer your butt is to your wall, the harder it is. If you cannot, if your leg is like glued to the ground and you can't even lift it up, scoot your butt farther from the wall, all right? Sit up nice and straight. We're just gonna do a straight up lift. You ready? Here we go, other leg, up, up. Okie dokie. My dad, Grandpa Wayne, always says, okie dokie, hokey smoky. Anybody else's dad says that? We're gonna do 12 more. Here we go. 12, 11, 10, 9. Try to keep that leg straight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna arch right here. Arch out and back. Out and back. We've got 10, 9, 8, keep your legs straight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1. All right, I don't know if I can bend my legs. Let's see, I need help. Okay, final set. We're gonna do our hamstring curls. I think we're about there on time. Yes, we are. Okay, so here's what we got. 2 sets of hamstring curls. Both of them are just gonna be heavy. So, you know, I'm gonna try 25 across my hips. We're gonna do 1 set, take a rest, do a 2nd set, and you're done with me this morning, okay? The reason why we're not doing 1 leg or, again, a bunch of fancy stuff today for this is I want you to go heavy. So this is about weight today. So I'm gonna come on down, see if I can heave this guy up from this position. And we're gonna try just and see how we feel. Keep your toes to the ceiling. On your mark, hips up. And here we go, curl it in. Let's go 12, 11, 10, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, 1, and take a quick breather. We've got one more set. You get to choose, are you sticking with the same weight? Are you going up? Or are you going down? This is the last set of the morning. I'm gonna try to catch my breath. All right. You ready? We did 15 on the first set, so I think we can do 15 on this one. Sure we can. Set. And we are up. And here we go. Curl it in. Oh man, oh man. 10 more. 10. Ah! 8. Oh my gosh, I'm on failure for sure. 7. 6. 5. Come on, hamstrings. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Oh, that was that for me. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this guy. Here's what I want. Relax for a second. Circle out your ankles, shake them out, okay? They have to get pretty grippy on that ball. Leave one leg on the ball. Hug one into your chest. Great job today. Hamstrings and quads. We did a few things that are a little bit different. Fun. So we'll see how we feel tomorrow, right? Other leg. I want to hear from you, very simply. Let me know that you completed this workout. But I want to know today more. Maybe you hated them both, so which one did you hate the least, I guess? Or which one do you feel like you needed the most, maybe? I'm stretching out my ankle, so I've got a hold of my toe here, and you can kind of pull down or in towards you. It's a good stretch for kind of the top of your foot. We went hiking yesterday, and my ankles are tired from that a little bit. Circle it out. Okay, and then I want to get a real good hamstring stretch. So I'm going to set this ball aside. My legs might be too shaky to get in this position, but we are sure going to try it. We're just going to do a runner stretch. One leg is forward. And we're just coming up here. And we're going to sink real low. We'll get a hip flexor stretch and a hamstring stretch in one shot, which will be awesome. Thank you guys for working out with me in my pajamas this morning. So the Murphy house is always crazy. Both my husband and I, our offices are in our own home. So this morning at 6:30, my husband's semi-truck had something on it that needed to be fixed. And he came in and said, hey, I need you to drop me off at the mechanic. So I didn't change into my workout clothes. This is what I slept in. So I guess that's the good thing about working out at home, right? All right. And then I'm going to drop my back knee, straighten this guy out, try my best to give myself a little hamstring stretch here, and that'll be it for me today. Tomorrow is going to be a fun day. We're doing biceps. No, we're doing chest, back, and shoulders tomorrow. We already did biceps this week. And I'd love to have you back with me then. Let me know. Everything on my body is so tight. I can't even. There we go. I'm going to try to stand up. I think I'm going to throw a leg up on a chair too. But let me know again, what'd you like best? Did you like the quad stuff that we threw today? I don't do a lot of specific work to quads because all of the step-ups, all the lunges, all of the squats, all of those things that we do for our leg days work our quads. It's the same thing with calves. I know you guys have heard my spiel before. But every once in a while, it's fun to kind of localize those areas. Stretching the lower back. So let me know, did you like that today? Like, please don't ever make us do any quad work again. That's fine. You can tell me that as well. Great warning. We'll see many of you tomorrow. I'm going to let this run for just a second while I throw some of my stuff off to you know if you liked the quad work or the hamstring work more. Okay, or if you hate it at all and you don't want to offend me, that's fine too. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? All right. You guys to let me know. All right, let's see. You're going to leave me to my own devices. All right. Done and done. I'll make my own choices when it comes to what I think you liked. We'll see you tomorrow. Great job.